Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, the 4th of May. Isn't it Star Wars Day today? May the 4th be with you. Hope you're well. Olin Jennings here. I'm coming in with your forecast for the week ahead in terms of the energies that we have around in the cosmos and what I'm picking up on as well for you guys. Hope you're well. It's bank holiday here in the UK. And I hope you're enjoying the extra day for those of you that don't have to work. So, how are you doing? I can't believe, I always say this, don't I? But I can't believe we're in May already. Fifth month of the year seems to be going quite fast. um, and my goodness, the energies have been intense right from the beginning, haven't they? And no more intense than the Scorpio full moon on Friday, which would have been invoking kind of emotional responses. Scorpio goes quite deep with emotion. Um, so if you're feeling happy, you might have been feeling extra happy. If you're feeling sad, you might have been feeling extra sad. But I hope, however you're feeling, you were honoring that. Scorpio is known for having a sting in its tail. So there may have been some unexpected things going on as well in your life. And of course, that was only on Friday. So we're still under the influence of that full moon. Um, and there's a few things going on this week as far as the planets are concerned, which will have an impact, but it's not too heavy, which is nice. So we're continuing the theme of this year, which seems to be right, in order to move forward, you really need to let go of the old version of you. Um, if you're stuck, I mean, if the old version of you works, that's fine. And each time we're in sort of a portal or a moon phase or whatever it is, planetary in the planets going on, I feel like we're having to go deeper. So, like, you might think 1 month, oh, I've got that sorted. I've worked on not people pleasing, and I'm gonna be good, and I'm not gonna people please. And then it might come up in a different form, like the next month. I mean, this is a very general analogy, and you're like, oh, hang on, I thought I worked on that. So we're definitely being asked to go much, much deeper. I'm also feeling that a lot of things that have been hidden, that we may have felt we haven't been seeing the whole picture in a situation or a relationship or at work or in our businesses, um, or just generally in our lives. And I feel like that's all starting to be revealed as well. So, and we can see it in the world, can't we? We can see um, veils being dropped, and we're realizing that we really, can't trust what we're being told often. So, this is where, I always come back to the importance of our intuition and really listening to our bodies, because our bodies know the truth on every level, really. Anyway, so Venus is squaring Jupiter on Tuesday. So Venus is all about relationships. So, it could be a relationship with yourself, relationship with others. So they could well be under the spotlight this week. And Jupiter expands everything. So Jupiter's quite a lucky planet. So you may find you're really feeling your emotions from tomorrow. Um, you may find you want to go more inwards and sit with them. Really notice what doesn't feel good. And whatever doesn't feel good may well be expanded, as I said earlier, by Jupiter, because, the universe really wants you to get the message. What doesn't feel good anymore? What do you need to stop? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to change? And it could be simply, how you talk to yourself. Um, as I say, it may well be that this particular spotlight is on relationships because of the Venus influence, but don't forget, you have a relationship with yourself, the most important relationship of all. So where, you know, are the parts of you that don't feel good, are the things you feel like you need to change. And I just feel like you're going to get greater clarity on what you don't want to take forward, but also greater clarity on what you do want to take forward. Now, I always find clarity on what I don't want is much easier than clarity on what I do want. That's probably years of like not allowing myself to receive. So, how does that feel? But it feels like greater clarity will come this week, for a lot of us. And as you know, well, this May is a real month of potential manifestation. It's a really good month for manifesting, and in fact, between now and the summer solstice is a really good time for manifesting. So really try to tune in this week if you can to what it is you want. As I said, we're all very good of, what it is we don't want. So really tune in to what you do want. Okay. And that as I said, I can find that harder sometimes. It's like, oh, am I allowed to ask for that? Am I allowed to want that? But you absolutely are, and the universe wants you to have what you desire and what you want, as long as it's in alignment with where you want to get to, and as long as it's in alignment with what the universe sees for you as well. And then Mercury is coming into the picture with Pluto. I think this is late Tuesday into Wednesday. Now, Mercury has kind of like a detective energy about it. So it may well be that as you're tuning into all this energy, you're like, well, where did that limiting belief come from? Why have I got it? How can I solve it? And it's almost like we're needing to confront any fears we've got head on. So, for example, you might be really looking at what you do want and going, well, hang on, then the gremlins might come in and say, oh, but how can I get that? Is that possible? Am I worth it? Oh, probably it won't work out, so I won't bother. Right? It's that type of feeling of energy. So really look at those, because what are you doing? You're self-sabotaging. And it's really easy, and I know this from my own experience, staying in your comfort zone is the easiest thing. Even if it's not that comfortable, it's just that it's really familiar, right? So have a look at that this week. And don't try not to. This is for me as well. Try not to run away from your fears this week. Like really try and look at them if they come up, okay, for you. And then also Pluto goes retrograde on Wednesday. And it's retrograde for a while. I think it's till October. So retrograde, as you know, means going backwards. This is all about, normally Pluto is about the death of the ego and greater soul expansion. So it's slowing down by going backwards. So again, this is wanting you to look at your greatest potential and your greatest fears, because often our greatest fears stand in the way of our greatest potential, or we're frightened of our greatest potential. Maybe that's the fear, maybe that's the fear. Question your whys. Why are you blocking it? It's time. This week feels really magical, actually, in lots of ways. There is a lot of inward, sort of inner introspection, that's the word. And it feels like because I'm included in this always, is, how are we going to fulfill our greatest potential? And I don't mean you have to do that this week, but, in other words, let me slow this down. We all have great potential, right? We might not know exactly what that is, actually. We might not know exactly what our greatest potential is. But if we stop giving into our fears and we face them head on and our limiting beliefs, then we're going to go forward towards our greatest potential. Does that make sense? And then at the weekend is the last quarter moon. And again, this is all about, what you letting go of. I mean, it's a theme, isn't it? we're all being asked to let go of not the human side of us, because we are here to be human. I mean, I truly believe that we're souls living a human experience, and we are here to be human. We will make mistakes. We are here to feel the feels. Um, we can't just wander around on a cloud, unfortunately. Um, so where was I going with that? Yeah, but our souls want to expand. What's happening now, what's been happening for a while, is our souls are trying to encourage us to live more of what our souls want us to do. So that might mean dropping some of the stories you've been told, or some of the stories you've told yourself about your particular life, and maybe how you've limited it. Because on a soul level, you can achieve anything. I was on a retreat last weekend. The amazing Deborah Kilby, healer, ran it. It was in Northern Ireland, and a group of women. It doesn't have to be women, but this was a group of women. And once you connect at that soul level, once you allow your soul's wisdom to come in, when you think about it, your soul is energy. It's like the purest version of you, and that can connect with everything. It can connect with all types of energy, including, the highest forms. And in that state, you can achieve anything. Now, of course, we can't, as I said, we can't go around like that all the time in a way, because we do have to fulfill our humanness. Um, but we can certainly spend time there. We can certainly spend time checking in with our soul. Yeah. Um, oh, hi, Anne. Oh, and Kirsty. Hi, Kirsty. Hope you recovered after the marathon. Well done. And Maria. Hi, Maria. Lovely to see you too. I haven't put your latest painting up yet. It's actually, I can see it. It's on my windowsill. I'm just trying to decide where to put it. Anyway, and it's so powerful. It's beautiful. So that's kind of what this week is all about. And I hope that made sense. So I pulled two cards from the Lightseers tarot, just to see if what I was saying was kind of right. I've got 9 of cups. So cups, it's usually emotions, and how we feel. And of course, this energy, especially from the Scorpio full moon, is all about our emotions. And as I said, we're likely to be going more deeper. Great English, Alwyn. Go more deeply into our emotions this week. But this is a positive card. 9 is always positive, and it's kind of, wow, I can have whatever I want. And that's what I was talking about in this beautiful expansiveness of this gold as well. It's, you can like really really feel into what it is you want to create, what it is you want from your life. And it could just be lots of little things, and that's absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be massive, right? And this is, you can do it, and you probably are doing it already, but I really want you to, this card invites you to really feel into that feeling of what it would be like to have what you want. Oh, good, Kez. I'm glad it makes sense. You're welcome, Kirsty. You did really well. And then we've got the 9 of Wands, which is interesting because, again, it's another 9. Now, Wands is about fire and passion, and it's often related to work as well, and life goals. And here she is, and she's just standing there, and she's like, oh, she's a little bit tired, right? But this card is telling you not to give up. Okay, this card is saying keep going. All right, you're nearly there. So I really feel like these two cards together are really encouraging. They're really like, come on, it's all within you, it's all there, but it's going to take a bit of effort, a bit more effort, a bit more maybe looking at your fears, a bit more, stepping into your potential, and keep going. Don't give up now is that message there. Because I know it's hard. Plenty of times I've wanted to give up. And then from my deck, the Empowered Woman Rises, we've got Shine Your Light. Okay, so, you know, I think it's pretty obvious. Maybe I should have started with the cards. But anyway, yeah, shine your light. So this is like, come on, it's your time now. And it doesn't necessarily mean you have to shine your light again in a massive way. That's why I keep getting this, we don't have to do these massive things. Like when I first was able to channel my guides, lots of people said, oh, you could go on stage, you could do this, you could do that. And maybe I could, but actually, I don't have to. I can just do it in my way and what feels right. And that's the same for all of you. It has to feel right, okay? Um, because then you'll do it. Then you won't sabotage yourself. And that perhaps that one small step leads you to a bigger step, which leads you further forward along towards, your greatest potential. Okay. I am also, so if you're interested in like keeping up with, my my thoughts, as random as they are, my insights, my messages, and generally what's going on, in my work, but also how I can help you, then, oh, thanks, guys. Then I've got a fortnightly newsletter that you can sign up to, and I'm going to put the link above the video. And there's a newsletter going out on Thursday, the 7th. Yes, Thursday is the 7th, I think. So if you want to sign up for that, follow the link and sign up, and you'll get fortnightly newsletters from me. And that's another way of keeping up with what's going on energetically, but also what you can be doing. It gives you some little tips as well. And obviously, I'd be letting you know about any special offers I've got and that kind of thing. So if you're interested, then do sign up. It's obviously, it's only, as I say, it's only once a fortnight, so it's not like I'm inundating you. And I think that's it. And if you need some help, gaining your clarity, tuning in to what you're here to do, then there's lots of ways I can help you, either with my guides or the Akashic Records or the Galactic Code, or just me channeling guidance for you, or card reading, whatever it may well be. Soul plan reading is a really good place to start as well, because that tells you what your soul's destiny is all about. And also what your challenges are, because we do have challenges being human. Right, or living a human life, I should say. All right, lovelies, take care. Enjoy your Monday if you're able to be, if you're in that position that you're not having to work. And I will, well, next week, I've got quite a busy day on Monday, so I'll see what I can do. I may pre-record this and put it out instead of going live. All right, take care, everyone. Oh, thanks, Maria. I'm glad you like my card deck. Take care. Bye for now.